Okay, how to write a thesis. Let's get started. Number one, you need to understand your topic. Uh, for this video, we're going to actually look at the Anthem Essay Contest topic number one. In many real and fictionalized totalitarian societies, children live apart from their families. Why would dictatorial leaders enforce this living arrangement? Good question. So, we see here, real and fictionalized. Pretty important. Nazi Germany, maybe. Uh, Hunger Games. There's lots of choices we can have here. It could be real, like North Korea, or it could be fictionalized, like Ender's Game. Totalitarian. This means that the government has complete control, total control. Now, children live apart from their families. Pretty straightforward. The children are ripped away from their parents. Every important moment within their lives is going to come from the government. Because if we think about what happened in Nazi Germany, the Youth League, the parents didn't have any say about that. And if the parents said they didn't like it, the parents were viewed as traitors. So, yeah, that actually worked very well in that totalitarian society of Nazi Germany. Why would dictatorial leaders enforce this living arrangement? So we see that this is an interrogative statement or a question because we see the why and we see the question mark. So we know that there is going to be a question that needs to be answered. Dictatorial. We know that means that there is a dictator of sorts, much like Hitler, Mussolini, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il. Some would even say that we have had some in America over time, but that is very controversial, so therefore I will say no names. Enforce this living arrangement. Next, we need to answer the question posed in the prompt. As I went over the prompt, we made sure that we understood what all the ideas were in the prompt so that we could answer the questions. Because if we understand it, we can answer it. Understand, answer. So, let's answer. The prompt is asking the writer to analyze why children are raised apart from their parents, and more specifically, why would the leaders in these societies make this living arrangement mandatory? So, we would need to think about what happens in Anthem, because that's what we're going to write about. If you don't write about Anthem, you're gonna kind of fail this essay, because that's what this essay is about. So if it was on the HSAP and it asked you about some sort of insect, like they have asked before, and you start talking about a lizard, that's off topic. So make sure you're on topic. So understand what the question's asking and answer what the question is asking. So what I came up with here is that children living apart from their parents in real and fictional totalitarian societies. That's the most important thing I thought that I could grab from this prompt. So therefore, that's going to be in my thesis. Something like this is going to be in my thesis. I could make it more about Anthem, but we're not there right now. Come up with 3 concrete examples or reasons that will support the stance you have chosen, even if the stance has already been chosen for you in the prompt. Which, in this prompt, it has been chosen for you. We know that there are real and fictionalized totalitarian societies where children live apart from their families. You have to write about that. If you don't write about that, once again, you fail. So, it's chosen for us, so that's easy peasy. But we need to choose 3 things that are going to answer the question, answer the prompt. So why would dictatorial leaders enforce this living arrangements? Love, fear, and conformity. Those are the 3 things that I would want to write about. Because love, everybody knows what love is. whether you've had somebody that has cheated on you, or you have been with somebody for what has seemed like forever and it's been great, or love is something that everybody can understand. It's a universal theme. That's what's so great about universal themes. As is fear. We understand what it means to be afraid of something. And conformity, making sure that you fit in. Everybody struggles with the idea of conformity at one point or another. When you entered high school, you had to decide, what group am I going to be in? Am I going to be in a group? Do I want to be in multiple groups? Who knows? So, conformity should be something that all of y'all could write about if you decided to. So, I ended up coming up with this thesis statement, which answers the prompt, grabs everything that we talked about already, and puts it into one sentence. Dictatorial leaders need to keep control over their citizens by separating children from their parents at a very young age. That is the prompt. Need to talk about it. So there it is. Because that is a linking that's a linking conjunction. The subordinate conjunction is so important. These children need to be free from love, fear their government, and conform to the structure that the government has imposed on its citizens. Now you will notice all of these points start with a verb. All of these children need to be free from love, fear their government, and conform to the structure. So this is something called parallelism. If you have the exact same structure in each of your examples, you're doing it right. If you don't, you're not. So if you have any more questions, make sure you come up and ask me, or send me a message, or try and get me through ESP, whatever you need to do. Hope this was helpful. Thanks.